This is it. 19. 24.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Undercrush.
On first down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 34 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Day busting through to get him for a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Watson, and he's going to go down again. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And now he spiked it on third down. I don't know if he heard a whistle. There was no whistle. He just got up and spiked it. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Watson dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
21. 21.
Garoppolo on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 14, Texans, nothing. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Back to throw, Watson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
21. 10.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's second down and 10.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
He's checking crap.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
It's now third and less than a yard.
Watson on third down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go on fourth. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Switch up, switch up.
I got you.
Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
Here we go.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
21. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
38, Texans 11.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
11. 1, Omaha.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. They come up in an offset eye.
We want this. Alert 3.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it.